My head was still buzzing from last night's drinking. I woke up later than usual, sunlight slanting through the garden, slipping past banana trees and bamboo bushes. Morning air in the countryside always carried something strange, both comforting and heavy, as if this peace was just a thin layer hiding something darker beneath. I pushed myself up, my throat dry, a bitter taste lingering in my mouth. Grandma had already been up for hours. The sound of her broom sweeping the yard mixed with the chirping of birds. I dragged myself to the porch and took a deep breath. The faint scent of dry straw and grass helped clear my mind a little. Mom saw me and sighed. "Don't drink so much. You're not a kid anymore." I gave an awkward smile and walked to the water basin to wash my face. As I stood there absent-mindedly, Tung's unfinished words from last night echoed in my head. "I'll tell you tomorrow. There's a lot." A lot of what? Did it have anything to do with what I needed to know? I was about to call him when my phone lit up with a message from Tung himself. "Awake yet? Come over at noon. I'll tell you. But don't bring anyone else. Too many mouths, too much trouble." My chest tightened as I read it. Tung was usually playful, but this time, he sounded serious. His house was only about 5 minutes away by bike. In front of it stood a heavily laden egg fruit tree, its branches drooping and casting shade across the yard. The road there felt familiar. As a kid, I used to ride past it all the time. Now, after so many years, the memories flooded back so vividly that I almost forgot where I was going. When I arrived, Tung was already waiting, a cup of hot green tea steaming in front of him. He was scrolling through TikTok, but quickly got up to open the gate when he saw me. We sat down at the table on the porch. He poured me a cup of tea. I didn't waste time. "So, what were you gonna tell me?" Tung stayed silent for a moment, took a sip, then sighed. "I didn't really want to say much, but since you're here at the wrong time, it's better you know, so you can stay away." "Stay away from what?" I frowned. He glanced around, making sure no one was nearby, then lowered his voice. "That lake, it's not as clean as you think." I laughed. "If it wasn't, they wouldn't celebrate its opening like that." He smirked faintly. "I don't mean physically clean." He leaned closer. "You remember the old graveyard I mentioned? They moved the graves, but not everyone agreed. Some families were too poor to relocate them. The excavators just flattened everything. There were unclaimed graves too. No one even knew who they belonged to. They buried it all under soil, blocked the river, and turned it into a lake. These days, no one believes in superstition anymore. Only the elders still talk about it." A chill ran down my spine. "So, the man who drowned last week, yeah," Tung nodded. "And he's not the first. That old river stretch used to take lives all the time. It's just that no one talks about it outside the village." I sat there in silence, goosebumps crawling across my skin. Tung's voice dropped even lower. "Recently, people have been saying, at night, you can hear voices calling, or children crying. I can't confirm it, but the workers who stayed overnight told me. They heard footsteps in the water, but when they shined a flashlight, nothing." I shivered. My mind flashed back to the dream, the pale faces rising from the water. I forced a calm tone. "So what are you gonna do?" "Nothing," Tung shrugged. "It's not our business. Just don't hang around there at night. Anything involving graves always brings trouble." That night, I couldn't sleep. The wind howled through the roof tiles. Dogs barked endlessly at the end of the alley. The clock crept toward midnight. Then, in that half-asleep state, I heard it. A whisper, right next to my ear. "Come down, come down." I jolted upright, cold sweat soaking my back. The room was dark. Outside, light rain tapped against the porch. My heart pounded wildly. I lay there trying to convince myself it was just my imagination. But the whisper, it didn't stop. It wasn't the wind. It wasn't the rain. It was something else. Something persistent. I turned on the light, sat up, my hands clenched tight. The room looked normal, just old calendars on the wall and my worn study desk. I grabbed a bottle of water and drank deeply, then turned on some music. The familiar sound calmed me a little, but the unease remained. The next night, I made a decision. Not out of curiosity, but because that voice wouldn't leave my head. Around 11, I quietly took my bike and headed straight to the lake. A faint crescent moon hung in the sky. Silver light shimmered across the water. The place was deserted, only insects chirping and wind rustling through bamboo. I parked and stepped onto the grass. The air was cold, the lake dark. Still, I stood there, waiting. Then, A faint splashing sound, and the voice returned. Come down with us. This time it was clear, dragging, echoing, as if rising from beneath the water. My body froze, my heart pounded violently. Tongue's warning flashed in my mind, if you hear your name, pretend you didn't. I didn't respond. I didn't move. But my feet slowly began to slide forward, as if something unseen was pulling me. I dug my fingers into the ground, trying to resist. But the whisper grew louder. Don't be afraid. It's fun down here. Then suddenly, a loud noise behind me. I turned sharply. It was Trin. She was holding a flashlight, breathing heavily. What are you doing here at this hour? The beam of light swept across the lake. The whisper vanished instantly. I collapsed to my knees, drenched in sweat. Trin rushed over. What's wrong with you? I gasped for air, staring at the water. It was calm again, silent, as if nothing had happened. But deep down, I knew. I had just escaped something unseen, by inches.